Hey guys, it's Tiph Reviews.
Are you happy to be in Paris?
I'm Hannah Montana.
It's Britney, bitch.
Expecto Patronum!
Let's talk about pop culture. Hello everyone, it's Tiffany, aka Tiph Reviews on YouTube. Normally, I'm on YouTube, but now I want to expand myself to like Spotify, but might still use this for YouTube. And today I'm not alone, I'm joined by my friend Grace. Hi.
Hi.
And today we're going to talk about pop culture, music in particular, but also TV shows and films, and how there are escapism and are therapy at the same time. I really wanted to talk about music and pop culture in general because this is very important to me and I feel like it's really important to you.
Yes.
Also, it's important in our friendship.
Just a little bit.
Because we actually met thanks to pop culture. So should we maybe explain how we met?
I mean, it was a little more than just thanks to pop culture,
yes.
To be honest. Yeah. If we're being really honest about this.
So maybe you can introduce yourself, say what you were doing on that day.
Yeah, so this was maybe 5 years ago? 5 years ago, 6 years ago,
maybe,
something like that. And at the time I was working for an agency doing babysitting and helping kids learn English, because I'm English. And I actually had I think it was a day off. And the show on Netflix was called Sense8.
Yes.
And they were filming a big finale episode because season 2 had finished on a cliffhanger, and everyone was kicking off about it on Twitter, obviously. And I happened to be walking down Jardin des Tuileries, Rue de Rivoli,
yes.
And I saw one of those signs that says catering and then set, and I was like, ooh, what's this? So I walked over, and costumes are coming out of doors, and there were massive cameras, and I was like, oh my god, I think I just found the set. But they had finished filming for the day. And actually one of the crew members said that if I come back on Friday, I'll then be able to actually meet them.
Yeah.
But I think there was another fan there, and she said, "Oh, you can go to the hotel," because I found their hotel. So I was like, "No, why not?" It wasn't actually that far, so I went to the hotel. And then you want to continue with this?
Yeah.
Because I actually can't remember if I was talking to somebody else and then you just heard me speaking English, or...
I've got my point of view.
Yeah, let's do your point of view. So I was at the hotel.
Basically, I have a history with stalking my favorite celebrities and artists that I love. Mm-hmm. And I was very hooked on this TV show as well, Sense8. So I wanted to meet the cast, and I happened to follow some Twitter accounts that kind of say where they're staying and stuff like that. And at the time I was I had time to do this, and I was very into it, and so I went on my own, and I saw people waiting, and I was just waiting with them. And then I heard you, I think, on the phone or something.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, I think I was because I have a friend in England who also liked Sense8, so I think I was telling her that I was basically stalking the hotel right now.
Yeah. And so I think as I was on my own and stuff, I'm usually talking to people sometimes when I'm waiting, basically, and we form friendships and we wait together. And I heard you speaking in English, and I wanted to just speak English because obviously I'm French, and I wanted to just practice or whatever. So yeah, I heard you, and I was like, do you know what? Just talk to her, and then I think I just asked you if you met them, or you just asked me if I met them. I can't really remember, but we were just, I don't know, talking and see, I think your photos or something, if you had met them at the time. I can't remember.
I can't remember if this was before or after I'd met them on that.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
And then I think we met again to see them in another set or something.
I remember we exchanged Twitters first.
Yeah.
For some reason. We exchanged Twitters.
It was that time.
Because I'm really weird about giving out my numbers, you know. So I gave you and it was the time, and you were still when everyone was still DMing on Twitter.
Yeah.
So we exchanged Twitters, and then I think I said, I'm going to go to the set on Friday. Yeah. And then I can't remember if you came with me or I met you afterwards.
I think we did, and I think I was, we were telling each other which other TV shows we like.
Yeah.
And I think the Stranger Things cast was also
my
coming
God,
up.
yes.
We're going to talk about Stranger Things later.
That is a whole other like topic of conversation.
And so she was a big fan of the show. I was a fan of the show, and we're like, you know what, let's like meet up to like try to see the cast. And like it was also like a good excuse to like meet up again, and like we basically like formed a friendship around it. But then we invited, I think I remember we were like, oh, do you want to meet up for something else? Like, do you want to get a drink? Do you want to get, like, do you fancy like going for pizza or something? Yeah, it was cool to like basically meet for something that was like pop culture related, and then just like get
build
into
the friendship around that.
It's like basically make a Twitter friend, but in real life.
Yeah, basically. And now you can't get rid of me.
Yeah.
6 years later or whatever it is.
Aside of like pop culture, like TV shows, we've got like music in common.
Yep.
We went to concert quite like soon, I think. Like
Was that
I think it was like 5 Stars or something.
that was the first concert that we went to?
Did, or like, was it Jonas Brothers? No, I think it was
No,
5 Stars
it was
before.
definitely not Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
I would not have put you through that for the first concert. You never would have gone with me again otherwise.
I think we went to 5 Stars, but it was quite like probably like soon.
Yeah.
We were like, yeah, let's maybe like share another passion of ours, but like in a concert, which is something kind of big for me. I don't go to concerts with like anyone.
Yeah.
I think it's just, I mean, now I could go to concerts with people I meet up and like on Twitter and stuff, but like I think at the time I was more like, if I'm buying the tickets and I need to like trust you and stuff to like pay me back and like come with me, not like leave me on my own and stuff. It was very important to me to have like someone I like trusted, I guess.
I mean, it was the same for me because that was my first concert in Paris.
Yeah.
That was my first ever concert in Paris, and before that, I don't think I'd been to a concert.
It was like a long time ago.
Yeah, since maybe like the Glee Live tour or
Wow,
something, which is like 2012 or something like that. So it's a really long time. I have to like trust that obviously you're gonna like get me there, and I'm gonna get like home, and nothing's gonna happen to me because obviously.
Yeah, it was like your first years in Paris.
Yeah, and I don't think it was that far after that whole concert, the attack at the concert. So
true.
Like in Paris as well as the one in Manchester. So I was
the attack at the Bataclan, like obviously like terrorist attack.
Yeah.
So we were kind of scared at the beginning to go back into it, especially you were kind of scared about it
because it was Paris, and I hadn't really been there.
And also like Manchester happened like maybe
around that time. Yeah. The Ariana Grande like Manchester concert, and obviously with being close to Manchester, it's kind of hits home for me. Yeah. So I had the same thing. I was like, I need to trust that whoever I'm going to go with, I'm going to be like fine. I'm going to have a good time, and I'm going to get there and like get home.
Yeah,
and
be safe.
I had the same like feeling as well.
So speaking of concert and music, obviously music makes people feel emotions. It makes you deal with emotions as well. I think it helps me a lot like on the daily life, and I will ask you like how you feel, and you guys could talk about it in the comments as well, like social media. But for me, I feel like if I'm starting the day with a good like energetic song, rock song for example, it's very like dynamic, you know, or, like pop rock, like some 5 Stars, some Miley Cyrus, or like a girl power song like Little Mix. Obviously I will probably get into this because I'm very, very into Little Mix.
Yeah, you're more British than me when it comes to Little Mix.
I mean, my audience on TikTok is literally like more British. So yeah, like I'm very like into empowering songs, especially like female empowerment, because it helps me like build my confidence as well, especially like if it's complicated like time for me with, you know, self-confidence, and I'm like, ooh, woman like me, okay, like let's get into this. Like it literally helped me going to, you know, school and stuff, listening to this and like, okay, I might feel bad like about myself right now, but like let's just like get into the song and pretend I'm like period or something, and just be like, okay, I can be like Little Mix too, but my own way. So there's like this part, but also when I'm sad, sometimes I listen to, you know, obviously empowering songs to get better, and sometimes I also listen to like sad songs too to like make it worse. So I don't know if it's like, you know, kind of like toxic of me, or if it's like actually therapeutic, because you kind of go into your emotions and like accept, like you feel bad, and you like feel it until you have nothing else to cry about. And so maybe sometimes it helps me like writing, stuff like that. So it, you know, emotions are very, very important in obviously music for me. So I wanted to know like how you feel about music. How do you deal with your emotions with it? What does it represent for you?
Yeah, I guess I have similar reasons to you, but music for me is also like a little different.
Yeah.
Because there are only certain songs that make me cry.
Uh-huh.
But that's...
Amnesia by 5 Stars.
Sorry?
Amnesia by 5 Stars.
For example. Sure, for example...
Let's get a clip of Grace
No,
crying.
let's please not get a clip of Grace crying. She's probably going to insert it anyway.
Hi.
But, I will talk to you about that later.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was I saying? But the songs that make me cry,
Yeah.
it's because they remind me of like an event that happened in my life at the time that made me emotional.
Okay.
So, you know, I've gone through like loss and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so during that time frame, there were like certain songs that I would listen to kind of help me through that. So, for example, one song that I used to listen to all the time, it's an Avril Lavigne song.
Uh-huh.
I used to have that like on repeat.
Yeah.
Basically at 12 years old.
Yeah.
Because it was for her, it was about her going through a breakup and the guy leaving. But for me, it was like losing that family relative.
Uh-huh.
I linked it to that.
Okay.
So anytime I hear that song, I'm like bawling like a baby.
Yeah.
And then Amnesia, if since you already mentioned 5 Seconds of Summer, I had just gone to uni. I was in my second year of uni, and first year of uni had been quite hard because I had been like bullied and I'd kind of been made fun of because I was not into the same things that my uni housemates.
You were actually into pop culture more than people.
Yeah, exactly. But
when it wasn't cool at the time.
yeah, but they were all into like weed and drinking basically, and
yeah.
that's not, as you know, that's not really me.
Yeah.
So I got criticized a lot for that, and then with Amnesia, with the song, it just kind of, because I was trying to forget about that, this song kind of helped me forget about it.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to have amnesia for those memories. And then I don't know, it was just so beautifully written that every time I hear it, as you know, I bawl like a baby. So I would say that there are certain songs for me.
Yeah, it's like kind of like your journal, but in
music for me is kind of like my journal, but through music. So like I actually have like certain playlists for like certain things. So
nostalgia, that kind of thing as
I
well.
don't know, like if I'm going to like a party on like, if I'm going to party, have like certain songs that I will put on to dance to whilst I'm like doing makeup or getting ready. Or if I'm going to work, and obviously I work with kindergarten kids, so there's a lot of stress with my job, so I put on songs that are gonna like make me like feel ready for the day, basically. So I guess it's like my journal, and like it's also like a journey.
So I do have this like journal thing as well, like nostalgia, like oh my god, like this song reminds me of someone I don't want to like.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, remember?
Like I actually don't listen to certain songs now.
Yeah, because it reminds me of that.
They were either played by people that made my life miserable.
Or you just thought about them when you were like into them, or like
exactly.
You know, and then you're like, oh, why?
It reminds me of a time of my life when I was actually miserable. So there are certain songs that like if they come on, I kind of have to like skip.
Yeah, and sometimes I'm kind of, I don't know if it's like toxic with myself, but like listen to a song that reminds me of like people I used to hang out with. Yeah, I had this song. It's actually by Fall Out Boy. Thanks for the Memories. Which is normally about like a breakup sex and stuff like that. But for me, it was a song that was played with my ex-best friends. My ex, like, we were like 3 basically. We had like such a great moment when we played that song. It was after a party, like the day after it. And I remember I was like crying because I had to leave them because I had to go back home. And getting on the train and stuff, and it was like, oh my god, this was such a good time. And I was listening to that song while it's like living the moment. And like now when this song comes up, I'm like skip, and then I'm like, wait, I'm actually gonna make myself suffer, like listen to this song and be like, wow, like thanks for the memories, I kind of miss you. Like it's kind of weird.
I get you, because with the Avril Lavigne song When You're Gone, I don't listen to that apart from in March and October, because those are the anniversaries, as you know, of my grandfather's deaths. So I only listen to that song in March and October, but I'm like, that's okay, because I struggle in those months and I want to like you know, feel it.
So like music helps us with like emotions and stuff, but it's also some form of escapism. I feel like. Do you feel like you need to listen to music sometimes to like not think at all?
Oh, for sure. Specifically, like, mainly when I'm at work. So often on my, like, lunch break, or if I'm doing prep, because I work in a school, so I have to, like, plan lessons and stuff, I will, like, have headphones in so I can block out not only the noise of the screaming children, but also, like, block out whatever's happened in the day. Like, if I'm having, like, a bad day, and I can just kind of go into, like, my own little world and concentrate on what I'm having to do.
Also, like, because obviously, like, I struggle with anxiety. I think you too are, like, some sort
in,
of,
like, different ways to you, but yeah,
because basically, like, I talk about it on my second channel if you want to check it out. It's L'Apéritif in French. I talked about anxiety and, like, how I struggle with, like, basically the generalized form of it. It's, like, very complex, and, like, you get, you know, very into your head, like, a lot.
Oh yeah. You know me, I live and overthink.
Because you too, you have, like, this part of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, we kind of share that in the maybe a different level, but, like, I think we kind of understand each other, like, this part, I guess.
I overthink everything.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I will message my fans, like,
and be like, oh my god, like, do they, like, hate me or something?
It's more, I'll, like, message them, and they're like, what's with the drama?
Yeah.
Like, what's with the drama? Like, you're fine. And now, actually, I have a friend, Gabby. Hi, Gabby, if you're listening. It can be anything. It can be, like, I make a mistake at work that I play in my head as bigger than what it actually is.
Yeah.
But I can't get out of my own head about it, so I have to, and obviously, Gabby works in education as well.
Yeah.
But in, like, with, like, older, they should just, like, young people.
Yeah.
And so then I have to, like, talk her through it, and, or, like, there was, like, an incident, I can't remember what it was. I think something was, like, bugging me at work, and I had to, like, vent about it.
Yeah.
And she was like, calm down, it's fine, like, you're just tired, or you're just cranky, or, like, I get in my head, like, all the time.
Yeah. Like, when you, like, struggle with, like, anxiety, some people with depression, or, like, other kind of, like, you know, issues, like mental health issues sometimes, like, music has, like, a very big impact, I feel like. For me, it's just it's so refreshing to have someone, like, you know, an artist that you like, or just someone you actually discover on, like, Spotify. You're like, oh my god, this person's, like, literally singing what I'm feeling.
Yeah, I also think for me, depending on how long I've been following the artists, I've grown up with some of them.
Yeah.
So, for example, like, I've been following Pink since she basically started. I've listened to every single one of her albums.
The party started.
Yeah. But, like, when that album came out, I was, like, starting my partying. So she had all, like, the party songs, and then her later stuff goes on about, like, heartbreak and, like, romance and, like, finding yourself, which is now what, like, basically we're doing. So I feel like she's gone on the same journey that I have with, like, her music. And then obviously there's things like Jonas Brothers. I followed them since their Disney days, like, or maybe even their pre-Disney days. I'm trying to remember when their first album came out. And then, like, they broke up, which is, like, devastating, but then now they're back together, but now their music also reflects the age of their fans, because they know it's the same fans that they had, like, in their Disney days. Yeah. Same with, like, Five Sauce.
Yeah.
Like, they've gone from, like, teeny poppers to, like...
Punk rock.
To
now, like, more chill.
Mellowed,
like, I mean, each one of them has their own identity. Yeah. Like, I think, Ashton's very much, like, rock, whereas, like, Luke is more into, like, chill stuff. Yeah. Michael needs to do a solo project, let me tell you.
I mean, Michael's unique, let's just go with that.
Michael has a special voice for me, but let's not get into this. It's going to be inappropriate.
Exactly. Any album that, like, Pink or, like, Five Sauce or Jonas does basically reflects really what I'm kind of going through that period in my life. So it might not be their best album, like, period. Like, I think we can agree that the Calm album is better than the Complete Mess album.
Complete Mess. Oh, 5 Sauce 5, yeah.
Yeah,
oh, I love Calm. Yeah, definitely my favorite.
But when 5 Sauce 5 came out, I was like, oh, I'm going through that. I'm, like, kind of experiencing that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun to experience an album, literally. Yeah. Like, it's actually an adventure for me. Like, apart from the whole, like, mental health side, it's, like, literally, I want to do that with my life. You know, I want to be like, wow, this is a journey. Like, I wish I was an artist. Maybe one day, you never know. But, like, it just inspires me as well to, like, write and stuff. I'm very into writing, like, whether it's, like, poems or, like, just therapeutic, you know, writing. I'm just, like, I love doing a critique, like a review, like Tiph reviews, you know, on albums and stuff. And it's so inspiring on the daily life. Like, it's just a work of art. It's also just something that makes you, empowered somehow.
It's a story.
Yeah.
It's like every like Pink album and every Jay Birds and Fast album is the story of my life at that time.
One Direction.
Yeah, or Little Mix for you, I guess, as well.
Oh yeah, that was just for the song.
Oh,
Story
One
of my life.
Yeah, okay. I mean, obviously, it's obviously planning out differently to how it's planning out for, like, them.
Yeah.
But there's always at least a song on the album where I'm like, oh my god, that is my life, like, right now. Like, I don't know if Pink's new album, Trustful.
Yeah, I haven't really listened to it yet, but I will.
So there's a song on that literally called Trustful, and then it makes me think, like, who would I trust to do, like, a trust fall with kind of thing?
Okay,
and then there's a song
nice.
that's, like, called, like, Never Not Gonna Stop Dancing, and I'm like, yes, because, like, you need dance. You need to just, like, dance. You need to, like, dance your feelings out.
Yeah. You know who you're talking to.
I mean, we both who we're talking to, but, like, you just need to just dance your feelings out.
Yeah.
But basically is what she does in this song. I'm just like, yes, Pink.
Yeah.
Like, go on,
Yeah.
girl.
Also, music is just, it's not just listening to it. It's a whole mental health, but also, like, body health. Like,
Yeah.
Because, obviously, like, I'm, like, a dancer and stuff. Like,
Go check out her TikTok.
I do have a TikTok if you want dancing, Tiph. I just love to dance. That this is how I express myself. I love learning new choreos. I love learning, like, Britney Spears choreos that I've always wanted to learn when I was a kid. And, like, yeah, it's just so cool to express yourself with music, whether it's, like, choreography like me or just, like, dance in your home, like Miley Cyrus in the Flowers music videos. Like, just, you don't care what people think.
Just,
no
like,
one sees you, and, like, just, you know?
That's why I love going to, like, the parties that we go to.
Yes.
Because I feel like the people that we go to parties
They don't judge.
with, they don't actually give
They
a...
do the same.
Yeah, like, they don't care.
Yes.
Like, they're just like, woo! Like, they literally don't give a...
We just encourage each other.
we're just
to,
like, come on, let's dance on the table.
Come on, twerk it out.
Yeah, like, let's work it out Beyonce style. Like,
Yes.
Because no one cares.
Yeah. It's just so
Basically.
liberating as well.
Yeah, it's great. It's really refreshing.
Also with escapism, as we said, we have our music and we have our shows and our films. For me, it's more. I mean, we share the same, but my Gossip Girl is your Harry Potter. Your Harry Potter is my Gossip Girl, sort of.
I mean, sort of, because I've pretty much watched Gossip Girl the same amount of times I've watched Harry Potter.
Yeah,
but
it's a special place though.
But Harry Potter is more special because I guess, like, I didn't watch Gossip Girl until I was 17. Purely because my mum wouldn't let me watch it before I was 17. Whereas Harry Potter has been in my life since I was 6.
Yeah.
So it's two very different things that are equally loved, but they give me different things.
We have this obsession with, like, shows and films, which is sometimes related to anxiety when you rewatch the same thing. Apparently,
It's
like,
comfort. It's a comfort.
yeah,
blanket.
it's like comfort food. Like, you eat it because you feel like you want to escape. But you're not scared of the unknown as well because you've already watched it.
Oh,
and
I know.
apparently, like, it's the whole thing with anxiety.
I've read about this
Yeah.
as well. It's like you want to watch something where you know the outcome,
Yeah.
so you don't have to think about it.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise.
Whereas,
you know,
there were
like,
so many shows that just give me
Yeah.
so much anxiety
Yeah.
because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Stranger Things.
Season 5, oh my god, it's gonna kill me. I'm like, oh my god, and it's written as well. They finished writing it, so that the ending is that. I don't know it, and I'm like internally freaking out, like 24/7 about it.
But it's a good, like, freak out.
It depends how they end it. They might end it, and I might be like angry.
True.
I probably will be angry.
True.
But
I mean, yeah, when
it's-
Gossip Girl ended, I was like, huh, why?
yeah, but I actually like the ending of that. Not the whole Who Was Gossip Girl thing. That made absolutely no sense. Spoiler alert, it was Dan Humphries. I remember there's a scene in Gossip Girl, and he's like walking down the street, and he literally looks at his phone and is like,
Yeah.
oh my god. And
So I
I'm
don't know
like,
if he's, like, checking his post or, like...
yeah.
It just, for me, I think they just chose the character quite in the end, and they were like, okay, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
because to me, I'm just like, how are you surprised by what you
Yeah.
put in?
But he also had people, you know, taking pictures for him. Like,
Yeah.
people
It
everywhere.
was a whole
like,
big
I don't
thing.
know.
Yeah.
But I think Jenny should have been.
Yeah,
Gossip Girl.
Jenny would have made
Yeah.
more sense, or Dorota, because she seems so...
Ooh.
Because she
Yeah.
never would have suspected Dorota.
True.
Basically
Or if it was
knew
like
everything.
Georgina from the start.
That would have been too obvious.
Yeah. But she is the
Badass.
bitch.
Yeah, she's the badass.
Basically.
Badass bitch.
You can tell Jesus that the bitch is back. Follow that car.
Hey guys, it's Tiffany again after this great performance of Georgina Sparks from Gossip Girl, a character that we love and that we hate at the same time. Anyway, so it's me post-production because we basically had some issues with the recording, so we missed the intro of the game we were going to play. So yeah, basically we played a few games, one that is called This or That, so basically a dilemma, but pop culture related, of course, and one that we kind of invented. I don't know if it exists in real life, but we play this game when we meet up, so it's kind of our thing. So we basically pick artist names or song titles, and we just imagine if the artist can cover a song or just collab with another artist, but it will be clearer when you listen to the rest of the podcast, or if you're watching it on YouTube when you watch it. So yeah, I will leave you with the rest of the podcast. Enjoy.
So we have this habit when we're like having a drink or something to like imagine artists covering a song or like featuring with someone else.
Yeah.
Get maybe like 2 artists.
Okay.
And like imagine one of them covering one of the other ones. I don't know if that's like clear, but yeah.
Oh my god.
Or if they could feature like something.
Okay. Demi Lovato and Little Mix or solo.
Ooh.
I take it by that you mean if they did solo music.
Yeah, you pick like if it's like group or like solo.
Okay.
Like one of the other. If they could like either like feature or like a song they could cover.
So Demi Lovato's kind of got like that rocky kind of tone to her voice.
Yes.
So her singing with Perry.
I love that. Thank you. I've been saying
I'm in your head.
Oh yeah.
Like Demi Lovato with Perry.
Yes.
Doing either like a rocky version of like a Little Mix song.
Yeah. They actually did Woman Like Me rock version during the last tour, which was still.
But that was
Which
Demi
was
Lovato.
the UK only, and I'm sorry.
Or they could sing like or she could do a Demi Lovato song.
Yeah.
But Demi with Perry.
I think Perry could do Heart Attack. By Demi
Oh
Lovato.
my god, with Demi Lovato as well.
That would be insane. But I mean, all of them as well could like try and make a song. Maybe some like a song that was like very like meaningful as well. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like Demi's been through a lot and stuff. Like maybe like not caring what people say. So could be like honestly any song. But like maybe Woman's World because it's very like high and Demi can go up really high.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they could make something like insane.
That would be insane.
Please feature. Please like do anything. Okay, I'll pick 2 artists and then do the same thing.
Okay.
Ooh, actually I got Pink.
Yes.
And Queen, the band. Which could be.
She's already done it.
Because she, really?
She's already sang. She's already performed with Queen for something. Ironically, I watched this video yesterday.
Oh, wow.
I think it was We Will Rock You.
Ooh.
With Brian May and Roger Taylor.
But she did the Pepsi commercial.
That was it,
like,
yeah.
Britney Spears.
Yeah.
And she also, Beyonce.
Yeah.
Was insane. And
But she
Enrique
also,
Iglesias.
but she also did it live. She did, I think, We Will Rock You with Brian May and Roger Taylor.
Okay.
And it was like a rock version.
Nice.
It was so freaking cool.
Yeah, I think.
So it's kind of already happened.
Yeah, We Will Rock You could do it. Or actually.
Or was it
maybe like another one Bites the Dust. Could be
It was
nice.
either Another About the Dust or We Will Rock You. I can't remember because I watched it at like 2 o'clock this morning. 2 a.m. this morning.
I mean, I think she could do anything, to be honest.
that
Like,
would
she
be
has a very
insane.
powerful voice.
Yeah.
And if we take Queen, I mean, obviously, Freddie Mercury is not here anymore, but if we take Adam Lambert, like, I think he could do also any, like, Pink song and make it, like, glam rock. Maybe, like, I mean, So What could be cool,
I would
guess.
pay so much money to see that.
Yeah, okay, your turn.
Well, oh, whoops.
It's fine.
I'll just take these 2. Okay. Okay, Jonas Brothers.
Ooh.
And Britney Spears.
Ooh, this is so random. Ooh.
Another good show.
Yeah.
That's I mean, Jonas Brothers are known for doing covers. Like,
I think they would be more likely to
because
cover
they
her.
covered a British boy band called Busted.
Oh yeah.
That year 2000 and What I Go to School For, they covered those, which is for all the Brits out there listening. Comment down below if you were a Busted or McFly fan, because I'm both, and it's a point of contention. Yeah, so they covered some of those songs. So I don't know. I feel like Jonas Brothers could cover.
They could do anything, I guess.
Yeah,
but maybe like make it like pop rock, I guess.
Yeah.
But well, to be honest, she had like her whole like era kind of pop rock, to be honest. The Britney album had like Lonely, which is probably my favorite song of hers. It's very underrated. She did like cover I Love Rock and Roll.
That's true.
Like she has this whole like vibe. She was actually on the Super Bowl with
Such a great performance.
and NSYNC. It was so random, but like she had like this rock thing in her, and she never like really.
But I'm trying to think
it.
if there's any particular song that I think Jonas Brothers could do a really good job of that Britney did.
Or it could be very sexy if they did like "I'm a Slave for You" or something.
Oh my god, or Toxic.
Ooh, actually, yeah, this song's been covered like in any genre, so like they could do Toxic. Give me more and be like very. That would be cool.
I'm a slave for you. No, I'm just kidding.
For you, like,
or they could do Stronger.
Yeah, actually, yeah, maybe something that's very like singing.
Yeah,
vocals and stuff. Yeah, That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, and now I do have like a game that's like this or that, which we kind of do at the pub too.
Yeah.
So like, but this one's more like TV shows and films.
Okay.
So. I know you're gonna hate me now.
I can see what's coming.
Stranger Things or Harry Potter?
I knew this was coming because you do this every time we play it at the pub.
Yes, but now you have to do a recording one,
which means it's out there forever, and I can't get rid of it. Oh, because the first ever Comic-Con I went to was in Paris, and it was purely because Stranger Things season 2 had just come out. Do I have to decide?
Yes,
but
you can explain why.
Okay, God, I'm gonna hate myself for this. I'm gonna hate myself anyways. I might as well just say it. I'm gonna have to go with Harry Potter.
Yeah,
because I feel like Harry Potter has been a part of my identity since I was 6. Whereas Stranger Things only started when I was like in like my late teens, early 20s. So it hasn't physically impacted my life. And also because at the time they were like children. So whereas I grew up at like obviously I wasn't the exact same age in all the Harry Potter films, but I did grow up with them.
Yeah.
And I do feel like a massive part of my identity is related to Harry Potter. A part of who I am comes from Harry Potter. So, Stranger Things, I love you, but I'm going to have to go with Harry Potter.
Well, Harry Potter or Gossip Girl?
For fuck's sake. This is unfair.
To be honest, I mean, even for me, it's like really hard.
It's not that hard for you, though.
I mean, I did grow up with Harry Potter, and then I was like a teen when I started like Gossip Girl.
But I don't think you have the same connection to Harry Potter that I do.
Yeah, I mean,
think that the connection that you have is to Gossip Girl.
It's kind of, I don't know, it's different for both because I was like very young. I was a child when I watched Harry Potter.
True.
And like when I was like watching Gossip Girl, I was like maybe 13.
Yeah,
it was
17.
very early, but it was still like
17,
on like streaming websites and stuff. But like it was one of the first shows with the Vampire Diaries that I started like watching.
Vampire Diaries. We didn't talk about Vampire Diaries. Yes. Oh my god.
Like it was like those two that made me like actually remove the French version on like shows. So yeah. So and then I started removing it on everything.
I mean, I don't have the whole language thing too.
Yeah. So like for me, like it had also like this. It was like okay, like now I'm gonna. I had subtitles at first, obviously, and then I removed it.
Did you watch Harry Potter in French?
Yeah. I watched it, like both, obviously. Like I watched it like French when I was younger. And then when I started removing, the French version, I had like subtitles and stuff. But like I was rewatching it, so like I knew the story, so it wasn't like that bad.
It wasn't that hard to like know what they were saying.
So I did it with both. So it's kind of hard even for me because like
that's
also
true.
Like Harry Potter has like magic, which it's always like a dream. Like
I mean, you love wizards. So
I love wizards. I wish I had powers. Like so, like that's why I think it's hard for me because I love powers.
I get that. Because they're both escapism in different ways. Yeah, it's like Harry Potter's escapism because like I'm never going to be a wizard. Unfortunately, I'm never going to go to Hogwarts. I mean, unless you go to the studio tour in London, obviously. So hard because I've watched Gossip Girl the same amount of times I've read and watched Harry Potter.
Well, I think today I'm gonna choose Gossip Girl for the simple reason that I didn't read the Harry Potter books. So like I know, but I was young.
Well, you can read them now.
True.
I have all of them.
True. And for that reason, if we take Harry Potter as a whole, like I wasn't that much invested to like read the books because like films like spoke to me more, and like Gossip Girl, I've like started my teenage like life with it, which is like very important to me. So for that reason, today I'm choosing Gossip Girl. It might change tomorrow, and when I'm editing this, and I'll be like, why did it choose Gossip Girl?
Or we go to the party on Saturday, and you're like, oh my god, I Gossip Girl again.
Why did I do this?
Then if I'm looking at both of them as a whole, then I'll go with Harry Potter because
Yeah.
I have like merchandise. I've seen all the films.
I do too.
I've
Oh my
read all
gosh.
the books. I've read The Cursed Child. Awful. Sorry, but it is.
It's the only one I read.
That was your first experience of reading Harry Potter? What a terrible first experience. Sorry to anyone who likes Cursed Child, but no. And then I've seen like all the Fantastic Beasts movies.
Yeah.
I've like watched any and all interviews that I can possibly find on the internet.
True.
Like I've seen all of them. I can't find any one that I haven't seen. Like literally. So I think in terms of that,
Yeah.
I'll go with Harry Potter because
Yeah.
I didn't watch Gossip Girl until I was 17.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'd already had 11 years of Harry Potter. So
Yeah. Okay, and then I do like a last one. So I'm more like Disney Channel. I have 3 that are very complicated, but I'll choose like one where we can both answer.
okay. I mean, the fact that you can't even say it is scaring me.
High School Musical or Camp Rock?
Ooh. Which High School Musical? Like, High School
Both
Musical
in
in
their
general?
like, both in their whole, I guess.
So, like, the 2 Camp Rocks
Yeah.
and the 3 High School
Yes.
Musicals. Oh, God.
I know.
Oh, Jesus. We haven't talked enough about High School Musical in this podcast, so I'm going to have to talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I mean, then I had to compare Zac Efron with the Jonas Brothers.
I know, right?
Essentially, that's what you're doing. We're
Yes.
basically comparing...
I mean, I do think now I prefer like Joe, like instead of Zach. But depends on the movies though.
But as you know, I have a special relationship with the
Yeah.
3rd High School Musical.
For me, it's the second one.
Yep.
But I love the production in the 3rd one.
Yeah.
But I think the second one is like, I don't know, I just love it. I think I'll choose High School Musical, but now I feel like I prefer Camp Rock because I haven't watched them as much.
Yeah.
So I'm like not tired of it that much. But I think High School Musical, if I had to pick like in general, it was a part of my identity for so long.
I mean, Sharpay was basically my spirit animal
Oh my
for like
gosh.
5 years.
But I used to like hate her because like she was like the bad one. But,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
But like now I'm just like, oh, she was the best
Yeah, I'm
character.
just like, she's just hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with High School Musical as well.
Yeah, okay. With this last note on High School Musical, let's just end this podcast and thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me and talk about pop culture and fangirling with me.
Thanks for having me, girl.
You're welcome. We'll probably do like an episode 2, something like very much related to, you know, TV shows and songs and expectations that are set in the Disney Channel, you know, universe. Yeah, we have a lot to say, maybe like also about the Vampire Diaries that we didn't really talk about.
Stranger Things.
Teen Wolf, like
Oh my
all
god,
of the
Teen Wolf! Styles!
We have so many things to say about this, so we might do like another part.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you guys for listening or like watching if you're watching it, maybe on YouTube, on social media.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you guys and see you next time.
Are you happy to be in Paris?
I'm Hannah Montana.
It's Britney, bitch.
Expecto Patronum!